Hello. Okay, today is day 15 of 30 days of sharing ideas and experiences from my book, Heal My Voice, An Evolutionary Woman's Journey. And yes, I know this is backwards. I just wanted you to get a feel and see it. It's the technology. And which actually ties in with the topic today. The question is, where do you belong? Where do you belong? One of the ways I feel like that question ties in to our lives is where we are trying to figure out what is our life purpose? Why are we here? So the whole where do we belong is about your autonomy, your connection to community and people, your individuation, all of these different layers. So I'm going to read some things from the story today. It's called Free Your Mind, Live Your Normal Life. I'm going to read a few different pieces and skip from one page to another. I start out with the quote from The Matrix. Morpheus, I'm trying to free your mind, Neo, but I can only show you the door. You're the one that has to walk through it. Then I begin my story. There's a photo of me when I was 3 years old. I'm on a rocking horse with my wispy blonde hair flying from the motion. I have a look on my face of serious determination, looking straight ahead. I am all in. Wild, focused, committed to the experience. I feel my essence in that photo. Yeehaw! Ride 'em, cowgirl. Life is an adventure. I am alive. All right, so that's how I started, and I do this exploration of that, kind of coming in and out of finding that little girl, losing her, reclaiming my power and all. But I want to go into more of this, where do you belong? And our journey of asking that question, finding our way with that. On Maslow's chart of self-actualization, humans have a strong desire to belong. And belonging can be navigated in different ways. There is a push-pull feeling of, do I belong? And how am I separate from you? My own experience has been a dance of autonomy and following my heart before finding my way back to the tribe. Because both are important. This place where you pull away and you spend some time exploring yourself, or you find other like-minded people on the path and explore something there with them that is connected to you, but also have a tribe where you have fed that tribe, or explore how hungry is that tribe. Is there a place where you can never get to your own autonomy? And those are the relationships to continue to cultivate along the way. All right, I found my new normal in the rabbit holes, and it looked like this. I have a long list. I'll share a few of them. Asking my husband to be the sperm donor for our lesbian friends who wanted to have a baby. Cross-stitching angels by my son's bedside during his 19-month life in intensive care. Using alternative medicine, nutrition, and healing modalities to heal from a life-threatening illness. Homeschooling my children with Girl Scout badges, the Smithsonian, road trips, and a regional Yahoo group with 1,000 families in the Baltimore, Washington area. Starting an organization for women to write stories of reclaiming power from trauma, loss, and grief, and self-publishing books on Create Space. At the age of 60, living house-free with family and friends all over the world while writing books and leading online programs. Okay, and then the last thing is I'll read a few paragraphs towards the end of this exploration. I'm still learning to find places to nourish myself when I'm in the depths of going into the rabbit hole, the mysterious place of the unknown. I am still learning to come up with a few words and sentences to soothe the fears of my loved ones while I disappear for a while. I'm still learning to love myself when I'm in a new exploration and I don't have the answers. The only way through it is to dive in and experience the thing that calls to me so deeply, the next rabbit hole, the next experience. In the uncertainty of life, I have discovered me. I had to stop letting other people define me. Now I accept that there will always be uncertainty. The rabbit holes get deeper. My desires are bigger. Authenticity is primary. Things that bring my heart joy push the discomfort button for many people. The reward and the reason I keep diving in is the freedom to experience everything that life offers me over and over as long as I am alive. Yeehaw! Ride 'em, cowgirl. So I wanted to just say something about freeing our minds and living life in a different way while also, where do I belong? Answering that question, where do I belong? So first of all, you belong with yourself. You belong as this individual being who you're here to explore yourself as a human being in this body, your soul, your essence in this form. So because you're here to explore that, you're always going to have fears and doubts. And even though there are times I know people say, oh, you're so adventurous, you live life in this unusual way. And a lot of my life I live in a very conventional, normal way. But part of it is I have fears and doubts also. I struggle with the limitations as a human being of how I think I should live my life because I'm a mother or I'm a daughter or I'm a friend, what that is. I don't know why, but I just feel like I have my hairs in my face today. Excuse me. All right, there's a moment of that. There's my normal right there. Free your mind, be yourself. So one of the keys is breaking free from restrictions and limitations, the constraints, the rules, the boundaries you set for yourself, or the ways that you think, well, I am a woman, I am a man, I have to live my life this way. What that is. So it's like breaking free from old stories and expectations. I want to make a distinction about stories. Everything that has happened to you is part of your life experience. It's not to be shoved aside. It's to be actually cultivated so that you can find the gifts and learn from the stories. So when I talk about an old story, what I'm actually talking about is something you would be saying to yourself that would limit you. Yes, you have had pain, and it's important to be able to feel that pain whenever that comes up. If you've lost a loved one, if you've had a dream that died, you're going to remember that every once in a while and have that pain. So it's not to ignore that. It's actually to look it straight in the face and process and feel and hug it, and then look at, now what? One of the ways that I see clients getting stuck is when they continue to go back to look at things that are blocking them. To me, it's only a block if you're not aware of it. So let's say that you come to a realization that you have an issue with your worthiness and you have trouble receiving. Well, it's no longer a block when you know what it is. The next step is, now that you know that you have trouble receiving or you have worthiness issues, what are the choices and decisions you're going to start making that are different? This is where you start to change. And that's how, where someone will say, well, nobody ever does that. Well, why not? If you feel called to do something, Why not? If you're following your intuition and you're cultivating that intuition and feelings to the point where you know something, it doesn't mean, you're still going to be in a comfort zone or in a discomfort zone time and time again. So it's about not the either or, it's about both and. So if you have issues with worthiness or receiving, it is one of the experiences you will cycle throughout your life. And you'll say, oh, once again, oh, receiving. Okay. Now, what are you going to do whenever you notice that receiving issue is here? And that's how you start to free your mind. And that's how we create innovative ideas on the planet. And that's how we step into living our lives from a soul purpose, an experience, a desire, and let go of the limitations. One of the limitations can be spending so much time looking at your blocks that you're finding the same block over and over again. So now it's here's one of the ways that I limit myself. What's a choice that I can make now that supports my voice? Maybe it's to receive something and just let yourself feel uncomfortable with that. That's not a block. That's you changing. That's you stepping into more of who you are. Okay, so in this, where do you belong? We'll also ask, what are you discovering about yourself? All right, so that's it for today. Thanks so much for stopping by. I'll be here for 30 days. Today was day 15, and I'm going to just blow you a kiss. So much love. Thanks. Mwah.